Are you a coach that's coaching the 7v7 format of the game? Well, today in episode 3 of What's in the Football Coaching Academy, we've got a dedicated course exactly for you with all the materials, help that you'll need. So the first thing we do, so this is the homepage in our Football Coaching Academy. We want to come up to the classroom at the top, give the classroom a click, and this is where all of our materials and coaching support are housed. If you scroll down to 7v7 here, this is the course dedicated for you as a coach if you're coaching the 7v7 format of the game. So we'll give that a click, and this is your hub really. This is where all of the materials that you'll need as a 7v7 coach are housed and where you can get access to the help that you need. The first section that we've got within the 7v7 course is the dedicated 7v7 discussion. So if you see here, we've got a post that's pinned. So introduce yourself, click in there. Any questions that you have around 7v7, drop them in there. Other coaches that are in the same area of the game should respond, reach out, network, introduce themselves. Myself and Kevin are also within that post and we'll answer your questions as quickly as possible. But this is the discussion point for 7v7. We then move down into player development. And the first thing I always want to bring your eyes to is the game model. Now the game model is our greatest course that we have on this platform. The game model teaches you exactly what to teach, what sessions to deliver for your specific age group and development stage. So if we click into the game model, and then there's a link here to the game model. There's so much information within this game model that Kevin has spent years and years and years building and developing. Take yourselves through that information. But what I want to draw your eyes to is the first section, which is Master the Ball, 1 to 11 years old. Within that, you have lots of core topics, information to digest, and you have a 16-week plan exactly for that age group. So weeks 1 to 16, as you can see there. What I also want to bring your attention to is the next stage, because we should always be looking to prepare our kids and our players for the next stage of their development, which is Master the Opponent, which is 7 to 12 years old. And again, you've got all the core topics and information in there. But again, you've got a 16-week plan, 16-week block of training to deliver. So if you're a coach, while you're learning, while you're developing yourself, take a 16-week ready-made plan for your players at their age group, at their development stage, with all the coaching points you need to take the stress out of session design and coaching points and all this sort of education that you need. It's right there. You've got it right there to deliver, off the shelf, ready to go. Okay, so that is the game model, and I would highly recommend that you click into that and use that for your age group. If you're not sure what a game model is or a development framework for players, we've got a 30-minute call that me and Kevin have discussed here, so you can click on that and watch that and hear Kevin's thoughts and my thoughts on exactly how you use that game model and the development framework. We've got defending and attacking principles for 1v1s up to 4v4s. Now, we're in the 7v7 game, but within isolated areas around the ball, near the ball, you're going to find yourselves in 1v1 situations, 4v4 situations, and they're the most important areas to understand how we attack and how we defend. We've got ball mastery section here, so a link to our ball mastery course, which is fundamental for players at this age. So can they control the ball? Does the ball do what their head's telling them to do, or does it do it unconsciously so you can think about the next action? So what we're looking to do there is take the stress out of thinking, I've just got to get my first touch right, I've got to try and manipulate the ball, to that's a given. We can think positively now on what our next touch and our next action is going to do. Outside of player development, we have session plans. So if you're not going to go through the game model, I recommend you do. But if you're not going to and you just want a one-off session, there's hundreds of session plans here just ready to go at the click of a button, so you can drop into there and find a session plan that suits your objective for that session. We have match day guidance, so formations, how we manage mismatches, which again at this age and development stage is really important. You're going to have small kids come up against really big kids. You're going to have slow kids come up against really fast kids, and it's more exaggerated at these lower age groups than it is in the 11v11 game. So that's really important to work through. Match day warm-ups, so ready-made match day warm-up ready to go. We have a link to a course on how to prepare for a match day, the preparation you should go through as a coach. Now this was at an elite level, so take from this what you can for your grassroots stages or whatever stage of the game you're at. pitch diagrams, and the Grassroots football pack as well, which is dedicated for grassroots football coaches, and there's a link below there. So there's lots of information in there already. What we have next is how to develop you as a coach. So we had players, now we have how to develop you as a coach. So we've got UEFA license guidance in there. We've got how-to coaching guide, so how to coach elite ball mastery, how to analyze a football match, how to coach technique. Absolutely essential for you as a coach. Can you see an execution happening, see a mistake happening? Can you diagnose where that's falling down technically, and can you fix that technically as well? So what part of the foot should they be using? Where should their standing foot be? How should their body shape be situated? All of those sort of technical mechanics, can you isolate that and fix it? We show you how to do that. How to coach strikers, and then a link to all of our masterclass calls as well. And then finally we have coach wellbeing. So we want to make sure that you as a coach, you're not burning out. You've got all the materials that you need to handle yourself correctly on the sidelines, find the correct work-life balance, and address all the psychology around coaching, because it's not just easy. Most of us are volunteers and we're expected just to be able to go at 100 miles an hour immediately. It has stresses on your family, it has stresses on your life. We help you manage that effectively. So that is a whirlwind tour of the 7v7 course. Please, 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 if you're in the 7v7 stage, drop into here, introduce yourself, ask any questions in the 7v7 post, live in this course, and let us know if you've got any questions. Enjoy, thank you.